Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about Skyrim's first official expansion pack, Dawnguard. This expansion pack is probably the first major DLC content for Skyrim, and it really got me back into the game. I was pretty much done with Skyrim, so I can start off by saying that this expansion was successful in that it got me playing the game again. In this expansion, you'll either sign with the Dawnguard, a group of vampire hunters, or the vampires themselves. As I figured everyone is going to be signing with the vampires, and since I was already a werewolf, I thought I'd go with the Dawnguard on this one. Some of the advantages of being in the Dawnguard include the ability to hire armored trolls. There are also two new skill trees related to vampires and werewolves. Since I played through as a werewolf, I only had access to the werewolf tree, but it does some cool stuff like improve some of your werewolf howl abilities. For example, you can upgrade the howl, so instead of summoning little wolves, you summon other full-grown werewolves. Anyway, for the main plot of the DLC is you go to the Dawnguard, they tell you about some vampire menace that's striking Tamriel, and you end up going to some hidden place or whatever, and you find a vampire who's trapped in like a little box underground. She has an Elder Scroll, which is pretty interesting. I mean, Elder Scrolls are supposed to be super rare. By the end of this game, you end up finding 3 of them, which I guess kind of takes away the special aspect of them, but whatever. And she takes you to her father, who is the head vampire, and you can either side with him. He does like this cool transformation. Oh, look at us, we're so fucking badass, we're vampires. So you can either side with him, or you can go back to the Dawnguard, you know, tell them, hey, like these vampires have an Elder Scroll and they're doing all this bad shit that we really should take care of. So I went to the Dawnguard and I was like, let's go fuck them up. A whole bunch of new enemies, mostly the vampires, I guess. They have their own class of armor, which is pretty shit. I never found a good piece of vampire armor. So you'll spend the first part of the DLC running around Tamriel, killing vampires, tracking down vampire lords or whatever. Eventually Serena, the bitch that you find in the vampire bitch that you find in that box at the start of the game, shows up, and she's like, "Oh, my dad's like really fucking crazy. Help me stop him." And like she locked my mom away in some Soul Curran place. So we follow her to the Soul Curran, which is actually probably one of the coolest parts of the game. People who've played through Skyrim know that you collect soul gems. Use them to charge up your weapons and enchant stuff and crap like that. And you fill them up by capturing souls from enemies you've slain. And the Soul Curran is this place where all those souls that you use up go. So it's kind of like limbo, I guess, for all these souls. It's really cool, actually. Like, it looks really cool. There's some really cool enemies in there. And you get one of the coolest new parts of the game, which is the ability to summon this Skeletal Horse. You do this little quest line there, and you get to summon this horse. And it's really useful because it's a summon spell, so you can use it pretty much everywhere you're permitted to ride a horse, instead of having to wait for your horse to show up like you would normally have to do. So you fight your way through here, and you find Serena's mother, and then there's this big ancient soul dragon or whatever, and you find him and you kick his ass, and after you kick his ass he's like, "Oh man, you kicked my ass pretty good, like, you want to be buddies?" And you're like, okay. So he gives you a new shout, one of the new shouts in the game, which lets you summon him outside of the Soul Curran, which would have been pretty cool, except I already knew a shout to summon a dragon, so whatever, I guess now I can do it twice. Summoning him outside of the Soul Curran means he teaches you another shout, which is Soul Tear. I never got to use it because I'm a summoner class, so I always have summons, but apparently you use it on enemies that you kill, and it pretty much raises them from the dead to fight for you. I already have a spell that does that, so fuck it. So anyway, you get Serena's mother's Elder Scroll. Oh, that's, by the way, that's why we're looking for it, because she had the 3rd Elder Scroll. I mean, I already had the 2nd one, and then bitch in the Serena in the chamber had the 3rd one. So you get the 3 Elder Scrolls, and then you find some moth priest, and he reads them. Whatever, he reads them and he says, "Oh, you need to find some super awesome bow which will destroy the vampires. It's called Oriel's bow." I'm like, okay. So we track Oriel's bow to this dude who is a snow elf. Again, if you played Skyrim, you know that the snow elves are supposed to be extinct, or they devolved into the Falmer. So I guess it's pretty cool. And he shows up and he's like, "Oh, my fucking crazy brother got like corrupted by the Falmer, and he's got the bow, and you got to kill him. But before you kill him, you have to do this rite of passage bullshit that all our initiates used to do for whatever reason." I mean, why can't you just teleport me right there? I mean, someone built this rite of passage thing, right? So surely he knows how it works. Anyway, so you do this rite of passage bullshit, which is kind of boring. I mean, it has some interesting locations, I guess. You do get to fight these 2 dragons, which is kind of cool, but I mean, everyone's fought like a million dragons in this game already. And then you get to the end of it and you find the guy, and he's like, "Oh, I'm actually a vampire," and you're like, "Wow, I never saw that one coming, bro." So you fight him and you kill him and you get the bow. The magical, awesome Uriel's bow that has craftsmanship like no other. Except shit. I mean, the bow that I picked off some random dude in the Soul Cairn has literally double the damage of Uriel's bow. It was pretty fucking underwhelming. So then the last part of the game has you assault Lord Hakan, who is Serena, bitch who was in the cage with the Elder Scroll, her father. You assault his castle and you kill all the vampires. It's a pretty epic fight because all the Dawnguard guys come with you. If you've helped find any extra Dawnguard members, they also come with you, and you go there and you pretty much just fuck shit up. Then you get to the final boss stage with Lord Hakan, and it's more annoying than difficult, to be honest, because he keeps like turning into mist and bats and all kinds of shit. Like, my life bar was never really in danger, so we eventually just kind of whittle him down. He summons gargoyles and shit like that, whatever. And again, you know, we kill him and he dies, and I go up to loot his body and he's got like the world's shittest loots. It's really fucking annoying. So, apart from the underwhelming boss battles, I thought the Dawnguard was pretty good. It gave us like, what did it say again? Was it 12 or 15 hours? 15 hours of gameplay, so it's pretty good for a $20 expansion. I mean, the original Skyrim was like 80 hours or something, so 15 hours is pretty good. If you like Skyrim, buy it. It's good, it's fun, you like it. Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you like it, check out my blog or my YouTube channel for more like it. This video is in a different style to my other ones. I did this one without script, just kind of rambling off the top of my head. So tell me if you prefer this style or the style of my other videos in the comments. Thanks.